One. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Victoria Shoots the Breeze. Today I have with me this amazing comedian, Lucy Gervais, which some of you might know from the Montreal scene. Some of you might know her from the Toronto scene because she just moved here. So how are you, Lucy?
I'm great. Wow, 10 a.m. to do a live stream podcast. What an
Je-
idea.
Jessica is
Both have
here.
our
She says
coffee.
hi.
Who is Jessica?
You know Jessica. You interviewed her.
Oh my God, she's watching?
Yeah.
Hi,
Hi, Jess.
Jessica.
Ugh. She's never not there. I feel like once in a while she's not there and I panic. I'm like, where is she?
She watches us all sleep,
Probably. She
for
watches both of
sure.
us.
Mm-hmm.
So you're recently a vegan. How is that
Mm-hmm.
going for you?
I really like it. It's been like a food journey for me. And I just kind of like, I don't know, I'm kind of nervous that it is just a phase because I'm so into it so quickly and like down the rabbit hole I go. But I don't think it's for me personally that difficult to actually stay committed and stay following through. Like I was already pretty like only really eating meat when I ate like fast food or restaurants or things like that. So at home, I wasn't eating a ton of meat. So getting rid of eggs and cheese wasn't that hard.
Yeah. Yeah, people think getting rid of cheese is going to be like the end of the world. It's really not. I feel like you get rid of cheese for like a week or two, and then I ate cheese by mistake, like my third month of being vegan, and I didn't even notice like the flavor was different.
Hmm.
You know, it's nothing.
Have you been vegan for a long time?
Like 2 years, so it's not that. Like some people, it's like I've been vegan for 40 years. Like I'm just like 2 years, 2 years old.
Well, this is a good time for vegan substitutes and especially cheese.
Yeah.
Um, like vegan cheese has a bad reputation for being gross,
Yeah.
which I
Well,
kind of get.
that's because of the diet cheese. Because I feel like if you have like a nut cheese, like those are really good. But like those
Yeah.
chemical. I remember my first week I tried the diet cheese and I got so angry that I threw it across the kitchen because I was like, this is not the same. It tastes like shit. It tastes like Captain Crunch chemically. Like,
Ooh, yeah, no, that shit's gross.
yeah. But
Yeah, the cashew cheeses are unreal. And a lot of them are like using the same preparation and fermentation methods.
yeah.
So you get cheese with like these like very that have like big aged rinds and they it's like when you go to like a market or something and you see like the super unpasteurized cheeses,
Mm-hmm.
it looks just like that. And it's always people making it themselves. They're not like selling it. I want a piece so bad.
You
But
can.
I don't have the patience to make it.
No, yeah, me neither. And it's,
Not
yeah.
yet.
Because you have to like get a bunch of cashews and soak them for like 48 hours and then blend them and then remove. I don't know. It's just such a long process. But yeah, I've been this semester I'm taking neurology, and my teacher I think has like a thing against like the animal ethics people because they're
Hmm.
saying that you shouldn't experiment on animals, and he made us read like a chapter of a book, and in it it's this is like a university textbook.
Mm.
Wait, let me read you this. This is the argument. um is the death of a mouse as important as the death of a human? Is the possession of a pet kind of like slavery? You know, is eating meat the moral equivalent to murder? Is it wrong to take the life of a pork to save the life of a child? And isn't killing like rats and cockroaches the same as the Holocaust. If you answered no to any of these things, then you're not for animal ethics.
So this is like a not animal ethics person saying this, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. He's saying that if you kill like ants, you're not really, you're being a hypocrite, and that we should keep working on the. This is like $120 textbook. I'm gonna be
Okay.
quizzed on this,
So the whole thing, like, would you kill a pork to save a child? What circumstances do you have to pick between a child and a pig?
This is like a
Who
sauce
kidnapped
sort of
you?
thing. Yeah.
Who kidnapped you? And a kid and a pig, and it's like what fucking jigsaw shit is this? That's
like
insane.
An action movie scenario or something. It's like the Dark Knight, there's a bomb on a pig somewhere and there's a bomb on a child, and you have to pick which one you're gonna go save.
I think it would be so funny if you picked the pig to live. Like, and without hesitation, you're just like, sorry, kid, I love pigs. And there's like another kid that comes in and he's like, oh no, that's my best friend. He's like, you too, kid. And like a bunch of kids show up, he's just shooting them all. Okay, so my obviously I think that textbook is being ridiculous.
And that character would be called the Veganator, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. That would be hilarious. Well, I think that animal ethics people, like, I've recently made some discoveries I'm still investigating, but it's basically that I can't seem to really locate much evidence that animal agriculture is responsible for half of all the greenhouse emissions. Do you know where I could find something that proves that? Because that's what a lot of animal activists say. And if they're like exact...
You mean like an actual textbook, like an actual research that says...
Yes,
like,
study.
I found some at some point. Because when I was starting out to be vegan, like, my friends would challenge me a lot on my views. And they were not super supportive, let's just say. But I still love... If you're watching, I still love you. But like, so
better be watching.
I had to like back up everything with like studies, and like I definitely found something, so I'll look it up.
Yeah.
But it's true. Also, did you see that documentary? Oh shit, I'm blanking right now. But the person goes and asks like people in the government in the U.S. Like in California about the droughts, and like about like the what's happening with the shit. I'm like really
It could be What the Health.
No, it's not What the Health.
I've seen a few of these documentaries where they just try to get some facts out of, and it's a lot of like doctors that they talk to, or the heads of like health organizations, and they're asking, why are you encouraging, why is like the Pink Ribbon campaign sponsoring yogurt? Dairy contributes directly to increased breast cancer rates. So I've seen a lot of those documentaries. It's pretty interesting how people like clam up and they're like, I don't want to lose my job. It's like, but you're not doing your job.
I know, and it's just so funny because like that's not an argument. They're like, well, my boss said I shouldn't talk about this. Good day, sir.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there was another one where he went to talk about like environmentalist groups, and he was asking them like, why aren't you doing anything about animal agriculture, and isn't that causing more harm than the other stuff? And it was the same thing, like he was getting shut down and like people were asking him to leave. But
because you're talking about like huge corporations with lots of money and lots of lobbying and just a lot of power, right? They're like, no, it's like scary, but at the same time, it means people like us who, don't have any reason not to be vocal or like aware of these issues. You know, there's no reason why we're not going to lose our jobs. We got nothing to
No,
lose.
that's
So
true. And
that's kind of nice.
I honestly don't think there's a lot of studies done on animal rights stuff, you know.
Hmm.
There's not like there might not be studies done on like do animals have conscience? You know what I mean? Like who does a study on that?
There's lots of studies that prove that that animals have thought processes and make decisions and are aware of things.
And but
It's
yet
pretty interesting.
we still put them on like a different level than humans, you know. And there's
Hmm.
did you see this? Elon Musk is coming up with a thing that is going to be able to translate the animal's thoughts into human language.
That's so. I just that's gonna. So many things are gonna get lost
You
in
think?
translation.
Yeah, for
Yeah, for
sure.
sure. Because like, I mean, even human beings who speak different languages misunderstand each other and it gets out of hand. You know, like, it's
But
gonna be even weirder with animals.
it would be interesting just to even see like the emotions of the animal, you know.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that documentary on Coco the gorilla?
No, I should.
So Coco is like
She tried to fuck Robin Williams.
what? Excuse me?
Yeah, she got the hot. She met Robin Williams. She saw the knuckle hair on his hands and all that hair. Robin Williams was a hairy gorilla-looking man. So Coco got a little excited.
Oh shit.
I bet that didn't make it in the documentary, did it?
No. No, it did not. It
Do you
did
want to see
not.
my new wig?
Mhm.
Look at that shit.
Oh wow. What are you going to use that for?
Well, I'm going to use it for an Ozzy Osbourne Halloween costume. But I looked up pictures of him after I bought the wig, and his hair is not that long.
It's really not. It's shorter than yours.
I'm going to do full fantasy then. Full fantasy. And I might even use it to make kind of like a goth Rapunzel
Mm.
situation.
It looks like Elvira's hair from the
It
Addams
does.
Family. Yeah.
No, Morticia.
Oh.
Elvira is someone
Oh.
else. But
Oh,
but it's not wrong. Not different. Not that different.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who Elvira is then. So.
I'm not super familiar with her, but I know she did she's like a she's like a pop culture cult icon. That's how I
Yeah.
would describe her.
Yeah. From like
Big
the
old
80s.
boobies. Big old scary girl boobies.
Scary girl boobies, yeah.
Mm.
Big old goth boobs.
Big titty goth girlfriend.
Ah. The dream.
The dream we all have. The Montreal Canadian stand-up dream.
Ugh. Yeah. How have you been doing any Zoom shows? You don't do Zoom shows. I know you
No, I
posted something
do.
on
I
Facebook and
have.
you deleted it because like it was getting a
Yeah,
lot
because
of
it got
heat.
out of hand.
But
Oh,
if you would
yeah.
like to issue an apology, now's the
No.
time, Lucy.
Mm-mm. Not doing that. But I made a joke about, because I've done, okay, so I like Zoom shows. I like online shows. They're very fun. I bought like a ring light and everything so that I could really add some production value to anything I started doing online. I made a joke about how you now have to pay me $1,000 to do actual stand-up over Zoom because and Zoom shows are very accessible to many people, and that's amazing. And people from all over the world can connect online. But stand-up for me on an online platform is very it gives me a lot of anxiety because I really need to be reading the room when I do stand up. Not everybody does. Some people do their set the same way every single time, and the pops are all the same. But I'm a little more.
You do a lot of crowd work. It's like very jazzy what you do. You're like really, I feel.
Jazzy, yes.
It is. I've seen.
I'm a jazz comedian.
I've seen you like talk about like eating cum for protein, and then the next day like do a show where like you don't talk about anything sexual at all.
Well,
And,
it's
like,
just what I'm in the mood for,
exactly.
I guess.
But also, it's like people are laughing. You're like, all right, you guys like cum, so let's.
You know what? Protein wasn't part of that joke, but it is now. That's hilarious. I didn't even think of that. That joke's going to be so much better the next time I do it.
You did think of that. You did do that.
Well, it was like the joke was that I eat my own muscles for protein.
Yeah.
And then the bowl of cum thing was just like.
But then
after, great.
I remember the comedy that you were like, oh, cause cum. You're like, oh, maybe I'm missing protein, and that's why I'm thinking about cum so much. And you kept like peppering in like your cum references and how much.
Oh yeah. Okay, then, I remember. God, anyone who has not heard this joke thinks I'm a crazy person.
Oh, no.
That's fine.
She's not crazy, guys.
She just loves.
She just loves animals and
I just think it's okay. I have always liked to tell kind of very dirty-ish jokes, but I also like to keep them in like the absurd, like in a way people are like I think most femme comics when they first start, all about like I want to do like the Amy Schumer, Nikki Glaser, like dirty jokes. I want to be that kind of comic. And some people evolve into a better version of that comic, and some people like branch out and they try to write other kinds of jokes, cleaner jokes or more observational jokes that aren't sexual. But like I like to kind of do I like to keep any sexual jokes in the realm of absurdity. They're not actually really about.
Yeah.
I guess like the topic could be they could be about sex, but it's not sexy. It's like, it's fun.
No, I at first I had like a 5-minute set. Well, I'm not like a very seasoned comedian, but like at first I had like a 5-minute set on like labiaplasty and like
I remember
smells. But then I figured like all my jokes were kind of sexual. I figured out the reason is because I hang out with a bunch of men, and whenever I come up with a joke, they're like, what would make this better if you fingered yourself at the end? Like, what would make this really funny if you talked about your butt? Like, so all my jokes, I was like, oh yeah, that is funny. Like, maybe I'll just like, tweak it and like, but then all my jokes ended up with a sexual punchline, which, like, it got in my head somehow. You know what I mean?
It's like they want you to be more graphic.
Yeah.
As opposed to more like clever or like weird, and like it's all, at the end of the day, it's like all it matters is that it's really funny.
Yeah.
Right? I think labiaplasty is such an interesting topic to touch on. So I think you should focus on that. Like it's kind of.
I was gonna like go and like write about like what's it called, circumcision, because it's like so similar, and like, diversion to that. But like I feel like a lot of people when I go on stage and talk about like pussy stuff, they get really uncomfortable. Like so the all of the guys really like it, but the women, they get like really uncomfortable. So I'm like, I don't like making people feel that way. So I'll just keep working on other cleaner stuff, and eventually like I'll come back to it.
Well, do you record your sets?
Yeah. Well, sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's not the subject matter that they're like not comfortable with.
I'm being really
creepy.
I'm like
maybe
staring at
maybe
the women. I'm like, are you liking this?
I don't think women are gonna be it depends. I'm not uncomfortable on the topic of labiaplasty. I'm uncomfortable on the topic of people feeling the need to pressure people into making their vaginas prettier. I think that's really silly. Pretty sure it's just fine, exactly the way it is. Keep all your flaps in order. Or if you really don't want to, you're like, I want a personalized pussy.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I think that if someone's uncomfortable, it's because they're a basic bitch. They're like, oh my god, I don't want to hear about vaginas when I go out. Typical female comedians. Worst audience member ever, by the way.
Yeah.
I think that if you just kind of hit the right angles, I think you'll be able to evolve that joke. Like I don't think you should necessarily toss it away.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm trying to like while I'm like waiting to get a little better at writing before I go back to it. I'm like trying to write like cleaner stuff. Um yeah, I like going like really like into like clean and then into really nasty and clean again and like just an absurd sort of roller coaster.
Roller
Like kind
coaster it up.
like kind of like how Norm Macdonald does it where like he'll say awful stuff and then like he'll have a set that's like he doesn't even swear, you know.
Yeah, you're kind of trying to sharpen all your nails.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, not just the one. I don't know.
No.
Stupid ass metaphor.
That makes
Oh,
sense. We have nails. Why do you have a mug that says Jennifer on it?
so fun story. I saw this mug on the sidewalk and I walked by it. And I didn't pick it up because I was like, probably shouldn't pick shit up off the sidewalk during a pandemic. Later that day, I walked by that same spot and I see the same mug and all the other stuff is broken. So I was like, okay, I'll just go home and wash it because that's like it's meant to be. And it's really fun. I don't like buying mugs. I think you need to like end up with your mugs unless they're like Value Village mugs. But this one, it's Bermuda. Who knows if it has actually ever been to Bermuda or not. But it's really funky. I like that it has a name on it that is not mine. You get to be somebody else in the morning.
Oh, Jessica says, I like anything comedians say. Which
Jessica is such a stan and I love it. I invite Jessica to witness all the things. We should definitely maybe set up a live stream so that they can actually see what it looks like when we do stand up.
I told her before and like Jessica, if you ever come to Montreal, like you have a place on my couch, you know. She's awesome. She's more supportive than my parents. You know, she's always there. She's always there.
How do your parents feel about you doing stand up?
They're very proud of me, which is a little weird, in my opinion.
My parents are proud of me too.
Yeah?
Yeah. My parents think it's so cool that not only that I do stand up, but I'm at a point where I'm actually good at it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like they're like, not only are you doing this scary thing, but you like know how to do it. And I'm like, thank you, Mom and Dad. My dad like sees every show when I'm in Toronto. He goes to every single show. He buys every single ticket.
That's so nice. Oh,
and I'm not scared to say anything in front of my parents when they're in the audience.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, I have though banned my mom from listening to the Dirty Four podcast though. That's the only.
Oh my god,
I draw the limit there. That my line is there. Like, please don't watch this. You know.
I blocked my mom on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's the only place where I can really be myself.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Which, like, I don't know if the Dirty Four podcast is really where I am myself, but definitely last time we talked about rosebudding for like 10 minutes. So I'm like, maybe my mom would feel weird about that, you know?
That's disgusting. I hate that. I will never watch a single video on rose bedding because I know exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That being said,
You're so weird.
I know. Look at my apartment.
It's so nice.
I
Amazing.
love. I could never live in a place like this in Toronto.
Oh, yeah, Toronto is it's crazy expensive, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's freaking me out. Like I know Montreal's going to be like Toronto soon, and it just
I don't think you have that much to worry about because, like, the rent will not increase to that level at the rate they increase in Toronto. Like, the rents go up like $300, $400, $500 in between tenants because they know somebody will pay for that, which is really, I don't understand, because even rich people don't like to spend lots of money.
yeah.
You know this? Like, rich people are rich because they are good with their money. So why are they happy paying these insanely high rents for rents? Things you don't even own, and that's not even that you could get for much, much less in a different city. And people ask me why I left Toronto. The city, things are routine, interesting, like places are routinely closing in exchange for like Money Mart, A&W, something, you know, it's nice to have A&Ws literally everywhere because I get hungry all the time.
And they have the burger.
They have that burger.
That burger.
Oh, I had 2 of them the other day.
I know, I saw
that. Because I had a coupon.
I was like, maybe I should go. Where did you get the coupon? I look for it.
I'll send you the coupon.
Please.
Buddy. And it's like it's unlimited. It's an image. It's not like an account. Yeah. You can scan it as many times as you want. But don't eat both of them at the same time. Save one for later. Tomorrow. Eat it cold. Who cares? But probably take it home. Add your vegan cheese and your vegan mayo to make it better. Oh, I should have done that, but I was out. But I should have done that.
I don't understand people that say the Beyond Meat burger is gross. I'm like, it's really not.
My mom does not like it.
It's really good.
She thinks it tastes like like any other veggie burger. I don't know.
Really? The first time I had it, I had to like confirm with my friend. I was like, "Can you confirm this isn't meat?" Because I think that they like. But I feel like your taste buds change over time, and you taste things different.
Yeah, definitely. My mom, like, she took me to Costco and I got an 8-pack. An 8-pack for $20, which is high, but not for Beyond Burgers. That's $2.50 a patty. That's
that's
heaven. Yeah. That's like insane. But my mom was like, "Nope, get it away from me." And I was like, "Oh, you let one shitty like small town A&W Beyond Burger affect your whole opinion of it?" She's like, "I don't want it. But my mom is so the vegan stuff. She's like there, but she's not. You know. I feel like a lot of people are like that.
The Light Life, you know, Light Life. It's like the company that's like competing with Beyond Meat. It's really good. It smells like cat food when you cook it though. That's
what I've heard people say about the Beyond, which I can sort of see it, but I don't agree.
No, Life really smells like cat food. Like when you open the wet food.
So what I do every single morning, I would also be doing that for my own food.
You give your cat wet food every single day?
Yeah.
Your cat is so spoiled. I want to be your cat.
I don't give him the whole can.
Oh, okay. But, wow. Yeah.
Well, he has, okay, so I give him like the urinary tract food. This is not interesting, but I'll bring it up anyway. Because I have to make sure he does not, under any circumstances, get a kidney blockage.
Yeah.
So that's what they recommend, because cats like him are very they're kind of susceptible to it, so it's preventative basically. And then I give him like dry food, whatever food. He is very spoiled. I love him though, even though I just yelled at him for the first few seconds of the podcast.
Before we went live, she was like yelling at the cat so much.
Get the fuck out of here.
And then I'm like, okay, let's go on a vegan rant. But she's like, Mama needs to put on her makeup. Like, get away from me.
That's the only thing that really doesn't qualify me as a vegan, is that I have to buy cat food. And it's impossible to make a cat vegan.
I mean, some people do. They give like pumpkin puree stuff to their cats, which like apparently is enough, but
I don't think it is.
I feel like that's its own form of animal cruelty. You know, like you're forcing your cat to eat something that, I don't know, is not that great.
Well, cats need taurine, and taurine is exclusively found in animal protein.
And Red Bull.
Yeah. Like, kind of gross. I've never been a Red Bull fan.
No.
Some people really like it. Some people like, I'm a coffee and water energy person, you know? Even in the middle of the day, if I get tired, I drink a big glass of water and it usually helps.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's true. I used to take way more naps.
So,
but if
water is a stimulant for you. What do you do when you have a beer? You like pass out?
Eventually. No, but it's not just me. Like, if you did the same thing, you would have more energy.
Really?
I mean, try it. Like, worst case scenario, you're just drinking more water. Water is like stupid important.
But it tastes so gross.
What?
I don't like the way it tastes.
Well, too fucking bad.
Well, do something, Lucy.
You have to drink water. Oh, and when people, okay, I don't want to judge anyone too harshly, because I have friends who do this, but people who like most of the glasses of water, they squirt in a flavoring thingy. I'm like,
yeah.
You just want it to be purple?
Yeah. It's just because they don't like, I used to do this, and like I stopped because I thought it was silly too at some point, but it's just like, you just don't like when you drink like a bunch of water, I feel like sometimes I want to throw up, you know? It just makes me gag. Like
I think you gotta train this out of yourself.
Yeah.
Victoria, I don't know what to tell you. I'm a water stan. I like it sparkling. I like it still. I like it lemon, lime, whatever you got. I love water. It keeps everything good. It helps your digestive, helps your skin, it helps you have energy.
I guess. All right, I'll drink more water. Jeez. Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'm manipulating you.
No, but you're right. I should drink more water.
I love water, but I love coffee. People like, I don't drink coffee. Yeah, I don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffy.
You're
I drink tea.
Out with hipsters.
I drink tea.
With so many hipsters.
I don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee. I'm like, great, you don't drink coffee. I love coffee. I drink it every day before I even eat food. Okay?
Yeah.
I just like it.
It's so funny.
Hot bean water.
Coffee is so mainstream here, and like some people don't want to be mainstream, so they're like drinking tea. But I feel like if you were like in Europe, for example, and you were drinking coffee, it would be like you would be the odd one out, you know.
Where in Europe?
Like the UK. Oh, I guess Spain and like
France. Oh yeah, France, coffee. Italy, and Spain are coffee spots.
Oh yeah.
But I can kind of, if you're in like Ireland, or anywhere in Britain,
Yeah.
maybe not. It may, yeah. They're more tea drinkers. Tea's pretty hydrating, I guess, and it's lighter in flavor. It's not as stimulating depending on what tea
Yeah.
you're drinking, so I kind of get it.
Like if I
But
drink 2 mugs of coffee, I give myself anxiety. Like
yeah, I can only do 1 cup of coffee now. If
yeah.
I'm at work, I need coffee the whole time.
Yeah. What do you do
But
for
I
work? I thought you did
oh well,
this.
right now I'm pretty much unemployed.
Oh, okay. So you're a full-time comedian.
Yes, and I'm paid by the government to be so.
Perfect for the arts and culture.
I've actually made like some I've made some decent cash here and there doing stand up since we started doing live stand up comedy again.
Yeah.
So that's good. I like getting paid. I would like that to be clear to anyone listening. I really like getting paid. It makes me happy. So
Yeah.
write that down.
I feel like even if I get a small amount, I'm like it's just so validating. You don't get validated as a comedian a lot, I feel like.
The aim of sorry.
No, but that's it. Like the only way, because people will tell you like good set, but maybe they're lying, and then people will laugh at your jokes, but you're never sure if they're actually laughing at you, like at your jokes or at you or like something they're looking at on their phone. I don't know. And then, but then like if you get paid, it's like I feel like that's like validation. There's that and like comedy competition, which is like the only two like that I found.
Oh.
Really,
I'm trash at comedy competitions, not because I bomb, but because I never bring anyone and I've gotten through a few rounds, but
yeah.
I won once.
But
I got
mean,
first place once, which was crazy.
Where did you get first place?
It was this show where the theme was mental illness.
Oh.
Right? Very appropriate.
You're the queen of mental illness.
But oh God, what was I gonna say? We were talking about.
Did you change your set, or it was just your usual set? And they're like, that is very accurate portrayal.
It was probably my most honest set of jokes, honestly. Like, well, the whole thing I wrote, I was like, hey, did you know that sexual assault and harassment cause mental illness? Yeah. So I did all my jokes on that topic, and I won. I was like, yay! And then I lost a bunch of times after that, but that's okay. Oh, I was gonna say something. We were talking. You were saying like, oh, it's hard to gauge, if people are laughing.
Yeah, because like sometimes I feel like I go on like. I don't think it's just me, but like I'm very like insecure person. But like when I go on stage and like let's say even when I kill it, like half an hour after, I'm like, did I actually did people actually laugh at my jokes, or were they laughing at me, or was someone saying something in the back and they were laughing at that, or like did I look like a meme and they were laughing at that? Like what were they laughing at?
Well, we were talking about getting paid as well.
Yeah, because like getting paid is like I feel like that's a form of like even if it's $2, you know what I mean? I don't care. Yes. It's just a form of like you're doing good, keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you'll figure out over time what people are laughing at, and you'll get more confident that they are in fact laughing at your jokes. So don't let that like bother you too much. But I was gonna say that the goal of every show that I put on is to at the very least pay people for the transit that it takes to get there. Ignoring like Uber, like I'm talking like a bus or the metro or the TTC or whatever. That's the minimum that I would hope for.
Yeah.
And then everything else, if we make more money to give people to compensate people, then I'm extra happy. And it is important to give yourself more as a producer than you give your comics.
Yeah.
But I still think it's really important that like you kind of have an aim, like a goal. And I always include the comedians in that goal because I've known what it's like to perform to full rooms and make nothing. And I'm just like, like I know, like I'm at the
Yeah.
time fairly new, or it was the first time I did that show, or it's just like it's a competitive spot to get on, so I kind of get it, but I don't want to apply that to my personal philosophy as a
Also,
producer.
I feel like next year I want to like produce shows, right? Because I'm gonna be like working and stuff. I'm not gonna be in school as much, but like I feel like if you start paying your comedians, I start paying my comedians, then eventually everyone's gonna have to. They're gonna have to pay their comedians. You know what I mean?
Some people
It's
still work really hard for free. That's every,
and
or
it's
for
like
less.
yeah, yeah,
It is what
but
it is.
something, you know,
Mm-hmm.
something. But yeah, is there any like, because we've come to the end of the show.
But I have so much more to say.
Well, you can come back. So
I would love that.
yeah,
I truly would.
okay. Do you have any social media you want people to follow you on, or any projects online that you
Yeah.
have
Oh,
that?
so many. So you can follow me at the Lucy Gervais Show on Instagram. I am at the Lucy Gervais on Twitter. I have 2 shows in Montreal this month. I have Hack Couture Montreal on the 19th of September at the Diving Bell Social Club. It's the first time Hack Couture will ever be done in Montreal. And that also has its own Instagram. It's at hack.couture. And then I also have Riverside on the 23rd. That one is at Riverside Bar and Restaurant in St. Henry. That is at 6 o'clock. It's a bit of an early show, but that can be found on a Facebook event if anyone wants to get in contact with me for the info there.
Yeah, the Riverside looks amazing. Like I've seen photos, and I really want to go. It looks like so fun and just like a good energy, good vibes.
I'm really hoping the next one is as good or better than the last one, because the last one was great. Set the bar pretty high. So let's hope we can consistently make it that good, or even set the bar even higher, so high you can't even see it in frame. It's up there.
It's so high.
It's so high, bro. It's so high, bro.
Bro, it's so high. You don't even
Bro.
know, bro.
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 It is so high. I get in trouble for that one.
Why?
I don't know.
Do you get in trouble a lot for stuff you say?
Like, it's like a give and take, because I feel like sometimes people say things and I'm like, hey, that's fucked up. And then people turn around and do the same thing to me. So that's the whole brand, is why I'm canceled.
Yeah.
It's why that's on all the shirts. By the way, I got merch on my Instagram. If you look in my link tree, I got merch. If anyone has too much money.
If you have too much money, you want to get
It's definitely a back and forth, because like I give people shit and people give me lots of shit. And so it's a symbiotic shit relationship.
Yeah. Which is fine.
I think so. It doesn't stress me out that much.
No. I feel like a lot of comedians are like scared. They're scared of like feminists like saying shit about them. Like
people always joke like, oh, are you going to write a blog about me? I'm like, no, I'm going to write articles for money about something else.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
Shit about your...
I'm not writing a blog. I don't have a blog. Whose blog? Who is blog?
I wish blogs were still a thing.
They are. Everything's a blog.
Yeah.
Maybe I should turn my Instagram into like make a little video blog.
Oh, a video blog. Yeah.
Vlog.
A vlog. I feel like that could turn really easily into shit talking. Just like.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, on that note, I'm going to wish everyone a nice day. Thanks for tuning in, and see you tomorrow. We have Max Pitt, and next week is the Dirty Fours open mic if you're in Montreal. So, goodbye, everyone.